Is there a clicker or did I just do it on the screen?
Actually, it's
It's not a big deal. I can
in
just
my pocket. You can just hit that right there. Down button.
the down button.
Yep. Good. All right. So we got Pitell Homes.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone grabbed some coffee and some treats over there. My name is Michael. I work for Pitell Homes. We are a semi-custom builder serving Allegheny County, mostly northern Allegheny County and the Butler area. We've been in business for about 35 years, almost 36. Started as a full custom build. Tony Pitell and his brother Dean started. They did about 6 to 10 homes a year for a number of years. Sean Seedor is the president. He came in about 9 years ago. We are doing developments now, which are single family, traditional 2-story courtyard patio homes, which is the 1-level ranch style living. We also do quad patio homes, and I'll kind of touch on everything that we build and how we build it. I've been with Pitell for about a year and a half. I happen to be the top salesperson at Pitell. I am also the only person that sells Pitell. So anything, thank you. I was going to print myself an award this week. But with that said, if any construction related sales, any development, private build, scattered light opportunities will flow through me. I will be your point of contact for anything sales related for Pitell Homes. So something I want to touch on first and foremost is show me the money. What we do is we feed our families through these sales. I came in about a year and a half ago. Our process and our relationships with realtors, signing on, registering, getting paid commissions, it was kind of iffy. I didn't know what I didn't know. I was kind of new to this game. I was a general contractor for 22 years. I ran a small business. So when I came into this business, I got a license and I signed up with Pitell. There was a lot of things that were changing in the beginning. And I have done a couple deals with a couple of people in here. Through the past year and a half, I've tried really hard to identify our weak points in our realtor relationships, our processes, how you register, and then expectation on when do you get paid. When do we hit those targets? And those things were kind of exposed as I did deals with people. It was frustrating for everybody involved. So I'm trying very hard with my boss to try to make it a better transition and a better way to track your commission. I know that some of the clients that you have might run you around God's green earth for weeks, sometimes months. I know that people will come in on a weekend on a whim and sign a contract, and you're nowhere to be found. I want to assure you that the first question I will ask a person when they come in is, are you working with a realtor? It's the first thing I ask, because I will look out for the best interests of both you and the client. We have a registration form on our website. You can go on there, register a client. It's a little bit more streamlined, easier to do. And if somebody does move forward and they tell me they're not working with someone and you find out and call me, I'm very fair. I'm not going to sour a relationship with you over one commission payment. I will honor it. I will put you on the deal. I know you guys work hard. We all do. We have to feed our families. Now, anything anybody wants to tell me as far as the most frustrating thing it is to, as far as working with a new construction builder, are you likely to promote or steer your client towards new construction? If not, why? Does anybody want to give any feedback in that?
Steer anything.
I was hoping somebody said that. Not steer.
Bad choice of word. Meet their needs by a suggestion of new construction. Are you guys, is that like an adverse thing? Do you not like doing that? Is it difficult to work with new construction builders?
I think people have just been burned, they haven't gotten paid.
With the commission.
Yeah.
Not gotten
Well,
paid?
Or the
all?
small flat fee.
Yeah.
The whole, the $2,000.
Yeah.
Brian House, he fell a $500,000 home, what was $2,000?
Oh,
And so we have to put a lot of pressure back on our consumers with new regulations on what we're getting paid. If you're confident enough to hold them to the commission, they signed a contract in the beginning as a buyer's agent. And we take them to new construction. And as they mentioned, we get a $2,000 referral for a $500,000 house, when our commission would typically on existing construction be closer to 15,000. So now we're going to our buyer and saying, in addition to the closing costs, you're also going to be making up $12,000 out of your pocket to pay our commission, because the new construction is very difficult with that. I will attest, I was one of the agents you guys worked with Pitell. I sold 2 houses with, and they did a really nice job, and it was not a flat fee, so.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, beat you up a
Yeah,
little
they're
bit.
not all.
It's okay.
They're not all bad, but like, there are some we won't name that we all know that just.
Cindy already did.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Yeah, it's, everybody knows.
And all buyer agency contracts now say, are you interested in building a home? You know,
Well,
building-
you have to put it in.
well, it's in there. It's,
Yeah.
mine's already.
And the BAC is in there.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yes or no.
I appreciate the feedback. I'll just,
You opened up a can of worms.
I want to. I genuinely want to know the feedback of the sentiment of people in new construction with realtors. Like,
And I don't know if other people- most sales rep do not appreciate an agent walking through the process. You experienced this with me, like, and you were fine with it, but I'm an agent that follows the new construction process from day one to the end. And there's been a lot of roadblocks now put up against agents being present for a lot of what our clients go through.
that's a very good point. I kind of wanted to touch on that next anyways. When you bring someone to me, I'd like to be set up for success, and I would like to serve you and your customer as best as I can. Something I'm trying to do, not just receive a registration of your client, which gives me their information, which I can log into a system and set up for a pricing as soon as they walk in. I don't have to sit there and type in all their stuff at the appointment. I'd like to put that stuff in the system, get you covered on commission in case they ever come back later down the line. But I also try to get feedback from agents. Who are you working with? What do they want? What do they like about their home, dislike about their current home? What do they want in their next home? This is a 5-minute conversation I try to have with agents before their client walks through the door. So I understand who's coming through the door. I understand their wants, their needs, their timeframes, their budget. If you're comfortable giving that out, I'm not gonna bombard your client full of emails and phone calls after that or track you down. This is solely to be efficient and understand who's walking through the door. Helps me do my job better. Helps me understand the person that's gonna be in front of me. So in the future, if you ever do register, if you would be so kind, just to give me a 5-minute phone call day before, even an hour before, and just kind of explain to me what the situation is so I can better serve them. Any question? Oh, we do 2%. So our commission for all of our homes are 2%. Sometimes we do specs, and to push the spec quicker, we'll do 2.5%. Right now, we have a commission sheet for Liberty Point showing each of the 5 opportunities there with the commission earned. You will get that later today in an email after I'm done. And it will also show a $1,000 additional bonus up until March 15th. So right now you get 2% on the sale plus an additional $1,000.
That's on the total or just the base?
That's the contract. So the contract
Okay.
price, so that the contract is written off of a CSO, customer selected option sheet, is the base price plus their selections at the selection or at the contract appointment or the CSO appointment that I write the contract on. So that amount. Now, just full transparency, they go through an additional selection process after the contract. There will be additional things put on there, you know, depending if they upgrade additional aspects of their home. Your commission and mine are based on that initial contract amount. So just an FYI, if you do work with me and then at closing or whatever, you see a different amount, just a full transparency, we get paid on the contract amount.
The specs.
Yes. So I typically bring folders with like 13 documents in it. But I decided not to do that one. It takes me like 6 hours to make and most of them get thrown away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a file full of documents. 3 of those documents are going to be specs. It'll say the price, what comes with it, the address, the lot or home site number, I'm also sending a sheet showing the 5 opportunities for commission at Liberty Point currently, and what you would make off each one. I try to make it as easy as possible. As they change over time, I will try to email these documents to the heads of the office to show or to share with you guys, just to give you a quick reference. Hey, there's 5 quads or 5 homes over here, and then what you'll make. I'm trying to make it a little more streamlined, a little more efficient for you guys to understand what you're getting into. Okay, so I want to touch on a few things about what Pitell Homes builds and how we build it, right? By show of hands, anybody understand the difference between a production builder and a semi-custom builder? Show of hands, anybody understand the difference between those two things? Gotcha. So I'll touch on that quickly. Production builds, those are set blueprints with a window count, an outlet count, a door count. They might have 1 or 2 variations of those walls, and they are pre-built and dropped off on site. You'll see a stack of pre-made walls and some trusses and additional dimensional lumber, but those are pre-made sections dropped off with a very specific floor plan because they produce a lot of those floor plans. With semi-custom, we have a library of blueprints. You can alter them aesthetically, you can alter them structurally. If you want to move the bathroom on the other side of the house, if you want to get rid of the dining room and double the size of the kitchen, if you want to blow out the walls 4 feet on both sides and the rear wall another 6 feet to increase the square footage, we'll do that. That's the difference. They have a wide selection of variations from the original blueprint. So library of blueprints, single family, traditional 2-story and 1-level courtyard patio homes, you can alter them. Cannot do stuff like that on our quads. Our quads, HOA, and they have to be uniform. So there is a couple structural options that you can deviate from the original blueprint, but most of it is just aesthetic or finished materials on the inside. We pour solid concrete foundations. We don't do cinder block. There's a lot of great things about poured concrete foundations. It is a better quality foundation. We do it in-house. We own Pitell poured wall. We also do it for other higher and custom builders like Infinity Homes. I'm sure you've heard of them. So that's something that we do in-house. A lot of our processes or parts of our build, we try to do in-house. Anything that we do with a subcontractor is not some Joe Schmo off the street. It's not somebody we're rolling the dice with and paying the least amount. We have a very, very long-standing and great relationship with our tradesmen. They do quality consistently. That is something that we are proud of. We're not a large builder. Our goal is 70, 75 homes a year, no more ever. That's our comfort or sweet spot, because we want to build quality consistently. We do not want volume with poor quality. So we try really hard to achieve that. Our warranty is in-house. So our builder warranty is 1 year. We do it in-house. We don't give it to like 2 home builder warranties, stuff like that. So if somebody, if something goes wrong after you move in, you're calling us directly. We're sending somebody from Pitell to remedy the problem. Tony Pitell, he's a master plumber by trade. He is in the ditches. He's on the job sites. He's working every day. He's on some boat or some corporate office in Austin. Customer relationships, quality consistently, those are things we take very seriously. And we strive to do that so we don't have a lot of warranty tickets open after they move in, because we have to fix them. If something does go wrong, and sometimes things go wrong, right? Men build these houses. The only perfect home is in heaven. That's what I tell people. Men make mistakes. A good builder will remedy those mistakes. They will come to your aid and they will reassure you and fix the problem quickly, and not make you wait weeks or months, or having to chase them and call them and email them over and over. So that's something that we have a meeting on every week. We strive to punch those tickets as quick as possible and get rid of the problem, and also limit the amount of tickets that are open. This is our only development right now. We have 2 more coming online, and I'll touch on that. Right now we have Liberty Point, they're quad patio homes. This is a maintenance-free community. It is in Saxonburg, PA. It is a little bit off the beaten path. If they want a Cranberry, highly dense, populated area with like 10 grocery stores, this is not the place for them. This is a small town USA, local community, small town, a lot of community events. You get one option for everything, right? You have one pizza place, you got one grocery store. It's a local grocery store, Sprinkles. If anyone has ever heard of it, Doug Sprinkles, phenomenal guy. A lot of community outreach, community events. And it is lower price points. We're in Butler. We're in the sticks. So that means lower taxes. Constitution is the dividing line between Saxonburg and Cabot. We're on the Cabot side. That means on a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, you're at $3,000 a year in taxes. So price points are lower, and taxes are lower. And you have a small town community feel for that area. So we offer 2 floor plans, the 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and the 3-bedroom, 3-bath. The first floor on both of those are identical. Everything that you need to live is on the first floor. All the common space, laundry, 2-bedroom, 2-bath on the first floor. 14-foot ceilings, vaulted ceilings, or I call 2-story great room. When you go into the 3-bedroom, 3-bath, you get that second level. You get something called a bonus room. Get the 3rd bedroom, 3rd bathroom on the 2nd floor, and the bonus room is 35 feet long and 12 feet wide. It's enormous. It's very hard to find that in any home, let alone a quad patio home. You can finish that in 1/3 sections. So there's a lot of play there. You can leave it fully unfinished and it's the size of a storage locker. But you can finish it in 1/3 sections. Anything you don't finish becomes unfinished storage. We do install electrical circuits and set people up for success if they do want to finish that later down the line. HVAC runs, outlets, lights, it's all right there. All you have to do is insulate, drywall, paint, and carpet. So our next opportunity, Harmony Reserve. This is what we call a scattered site. Sometimes we'll do a cluster of 1/3 acre lots. We had 4 in McCandless. This is NA School District. We offer 2 floor plans, the Kelly, the Julia. They're both 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. The Kelly's a little smaller. It's about 2,250. And then the Julia's a little larger, about 2,500. Right now, we are building homes to spec to completion. We are choosing what we're putting in there and we're building it to completion. The first one is lot 3. This is the listing for it. It's $599,900. It is the Kelly 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. I can send you information on this. It's also listed on our website, what comes with it.
You have is this a spec all done of these?
So no, we don't, well, we built the first one, the Julia, we closed, they moved in. I used to be able to bring people, because it's a scattered site with 4 lots, I don't have a model home for it.
Okay.
In our developments, we have a modeled home that's decorated and furnished.
Okay.
But what I can do is, if you have a serious buyer and they're like, they want to move forward on this, I can take them to a customer's house and they can walk that pre-contract on a not just anybody, but if they're serious and they're like, absolutely need to walk through something, walk you through other floor plans just to show you the quality of our finishes. The same finishes that'll exist in this house will exist in every house. So if they need to see visual aid, I can walk them through a Kelly. I will not walk them through the Julia. Their customer is not friendly.
You've had a few of those.
Yeah, he is determined to be miserable no matter what.
Square foot ish,
Okay.
240 a square foot
Depends on the floor.
ish. But this one,
Yeah, well, it depends on the floor plan, the area, because we're semi-custom, that changes quite a bit, right? In production, it's a lot easier to nail down a square foot cost.
On average, your 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, what is your average cost on those?
2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, Liberty
The ones
Point.
you just showed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. 2-bedroom, 2-bath is $378,900. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-bedroom, 3-bath is $402,900. We've done three price increases since the start of phase 1. It will continue just like any other new construction development. It increases over time. We have a spec 109A. It is $396,000. That is the last 3-bedroom, 3-bath in Liberty Point that will be under 400,000. I guarantee it. So if someone wants maintenance free, in fact, let me back up. I
Oh, yeah.
want to
Um,
back up.
is that a standalone? Those are all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so something I just kind of want to point out, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. So the model is the first two. The very first one is the model. We are right here, which is just shy of the dotted line of phase one and phase two. We're almost done with phase one. 109A is here, 108C is here, and then 3 in this building, one of them being a tree line view. Closer to the corner, so that's maximum privacy. 105B is your lot. If a customer needs maximum privacy, you're looking at value and price. 109A will be your best bet. That will be the last one under 400 till completion of the community. HOA is 185 a month. That covers all the exterior maintenance. That covers the full replacement value of the structure. You're not carrying that anymore. So that's within the HOA, right? They carry the full replacement policy. We have a paved walking trail. It's right here. This gray line is a paved walking trail. We have a community clubhouse up here. It will have a wraparound deck, a kitchen, rec room, and a fitness center. We're also going to have a fenced-in dog park, something that we do that a lot of people with HOA or developments don't do is we will allow you to put an invisible fence in your yard for a dog, not a physical one, but on the HOA property outside of your home, you can put an invisible fence if you have a dog. Also, landscaping. We give you a landscaping package. It's mulch, 7 to 12 shrubs and bushes. That's the standard package. That is what's maintained for you through the landscape contract. If you like roses or you like growing vegetables or you like tulips and you want to plant those, you can do that on that property in those mulch beds or around your house. You have to take care of them. That is kind of unheard of when it comes to HOA. Does it open up a can of worms or a headache for us? Yes. But that's something that we try to do that's different than other builders. People have an idea of HOA, the strictness, I can't do anything. My house is going to look like everyone else's. We strive really hard to prevent that. We have 9 exterior elevations. Half of them are stone, half of them are brick. And within those, there's 3 color combinations of each. So very diverse aesthetics in that community. It is not cookie cutter. We do have sidewalks throughout the community, all the way leading up to the mailboxes. And I think that's it for the HOA. 185 a month after phase 2 and the clubhouse completion, it will go up to 205. Once we hit phase 2 and we're going to build a clubhouse, we'll have a meeting. You guys want pickleball courts? Do you want a dog racing track? What do you want? You know, right? So within reason, we will also ask what kind of equipment do you want to work out on in the gym? You know, so we'll take heed on what they want, their preferences. They're going to be living there. So we will have that meeting. We will
Looks almost as big as one unit, is it? That if it's to scale, the clubhouse. It looks like it's.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a decent sized
Yeah.
clubhouse, and we'll have a wraparound deck, a fenced-in dog park right next door. We're thinking about maybe doing a fire pit or something like that. But we'll ask those questions at the time we're going to build it. Thank you for pointing that out. I completely skipped over that part. So standard features on all of our homes, and that's something I was going to touch on just in general. So at Liberty Point, you have you got a fridge, or no, you don't get a fridge. That's optional, or you could bring your own. You do get a range. You can do gas or electric. We have connections for both. Microwave and dishwasher. All of our standard features. We try not to do cheap, quality, or ugly, right? So we start at a very good level, right? A lot of builders, they'll give you the cheapest stuff as a standard. Nobody wants it. You ended up spending 50 to 100,000 in upgrades to get it to the point where you would want to live into it. So we do quartz marble granite countertops. We do birch and oak cabinets. You can choose either or. 5 different colors of stains, 3 different door styles, 150 cabinet pulls. Comes with crown molding, soft close, everything. That's a standard. And so you have a large selection of cabinets to choose from. Countertops. Appliances, if you want to go tiers up, you get a credit for what you don't take. The standard appliance package, let's say it's worth $1,800. You like this $4,000, you pay the difference, right? So you don't lose the monetary value of the standards that you don't want.
And will you install that?
Everything is installed by the builder. The only thing we won't install is if you decide to bring a refrigerator with you or decide to buy anything during the process of this build, you have to get it installed after you close. We will not install it for you. We have to purchase it through our process to claim it under our warranty umbrella. Good question. One last thing that we offer is build on your own home site. We do private builds. This is a tricky process. Lots of people, and I did once upon a time, I'd see rolling hills in a field and be like, oh, I could build a house on that. That's amazing. You know, turns out there's a lot of things required to build a house, especially by the government, a lot of red tape. We have a document, a checklist per se, has to be in northern Allegheny County in the Butler area, in that corridor, and where we build. It has to be a butt to utility connections. There needs to be taps. There needs to be a sewer, sanitary T or manhole, a butt to the, or at least down the street within reach. And then yeah, I need a survey. So a survey is going to tell me the topography. It's going to tell me the characteristics of this land and what type of homes will fit on it. There are things called setbacks. That is the property line of the structure itself within the property lines of the lot. So some places have different size setbacks, 10 foot on each side, 15 on each side, 50 or 30 in the front, 30 or 50 in the back. Every place has different size setbacks. That'll tell us if you're going to have a walkout basement or a buried basement or integral garage. What can we build there? Once we identify those floor plans that can exist on that lot, we present it to the customer. So if you ever have a customer that is looking at land and they don't know if they never built a house or they're confused about the process, I spend as much time as needed with any type of client that wants to do a private build. It is a tricky process. There's a lot of layers to it. And it's not for the faint-hearted, I can tell you that. Be very stressful. You assume the liability what's in the land. If there's pyrite or coal in the land and we start digging, you have to pay to remove it. And the government is a stickler on pyrite, especially coal. So there's a lot of moving parts to it. I try to do my best to cover all of them. So just quick overview. We have high quality, high value new construction. We're stick framers. Every piece of wood is measured and cut on site. Same families, same Amish family for 25 years has been framing all of our homes. They're very good at what they do. And we can make changes in real time sometimes. Let's say your customer gets into a car accident. Now they need ADA compliancy. Because they're not pre-made everything and we cut and measure on site, we can change stuff. You need a bigger opening, need a ramp now. We can pivot in that moment because we're semi-custom. Liberty Point quad patio homes. It is in the sticks, but it is maintenance free. Low price points, low taxes. Scattered site opportunities in McCandless, 3 homes. Right now we're building to completion. The first opportunity, you have 2 weeks left to pick your own stuff for a customer to pick their own finishes on the interior. This is the Harmony Reserve in McCandless. And then we're going to go with what we pick. So there is some time to change that. If you know anybody that wants NA school district, new construction in McCandless is hard to come by, especially developments. So, you know, this is a one-off. It's not that common. Taxes are high there. I'm not going to lie. The first one we built, their taxes are like $21,000 a year. The price point was $735 for the Julia. So if you need any info on that, I have all the specs on that. It is.
He's unhappy.
Yes. Yes. That was.
That's the grumpy guy.
Yeah. He was very trying. I consider myself a pretty patient person. He tried my patience quite a bit. But this is not the ideal. This wouldn't be an ideal appointment. I'm just telling you right now, it is a job site. I don't have a model home there. Typically what I do is I ask people, I send them information on these opportunities, drive by the lot, make sure you're okay with it. It is a sloped lot. It is not level. If you and your client like the lot, want to go through the next steps, I'd be happy to meet with you guys.
Zooms.
Zooms?
Did like the-
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I can also do a Teams meeting or a Zoom internet meeting. If sometimes I have customers out of state, Florida, Ohio, different places. I've closed a deal with a guy that was sitting in a Subaru dealership in Florida, on the phone, right? So whatever makes the time kills deals. So, and easy means yes. So I'll try to make it as easy as possible, accommodate anything, special requirements, can't come, too old, whatever the case may be. We can do a Zoom meeting. I'll try to accommodate any way I can. So build on your customer's lot, and went over that. New communities. There are 2 communities coming online this year. If anybody knows what Meadow Ridge is, it's a single family community in Evans City. It's closed out, but we're doing one just like that, 1 mile down the street, Leslie Farms, Meadow Ridge. It's 1 mile from there. In Evans City, that's single family. We're also doing another quad patio community. I think that's closer to Mars. So that's for this year. Next year, something in, I believe, Fox Chapel, single families. And then in the interim, we pick up lots. If there's a land opportunity, land position we can grab, we grab it, even if it's 3 or 4 lots, not just larger developments. Directly to me, even if it's for a development. Yeah, if you have a land position available, and I know that some realtors, they specialize in off-market networking for land positions. If you see something, just send it to me.
This is right here in North Hills, right behind the mall. It's acres, but you can only build on the.
Okay,
It's like the building land. Literally, there is no other. Yeah.
high probability. I looked at it already, but send it. Like, I'll give you my card. Yeah. Most of the stuff I look at is not on the market. I tell people this, if you,
It's right behind.
yeah.
Pitell is on.
okay, yeah, my main office is on Babcock. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
I can give you my card. Yeah, if you come across anything like that, you make some good commission off of that, guys. So recap, we love realtors. I will do my best to help you, your clients. I'm bound by the same code of conduct as you guys are. I just have a different license. But my goal is to serve your clients, right? I don't do high pressure sales tactics. I try to understand the person in front of me. We have the privilege of being a part of someone's life in one of the best chapters, right? Buying a home or building a home is one of the most significant purchases somebody has. So we get the privilege of being a part of that. I try to remind myself that many times over, especially with difficult people. Typically fear drives, confusion. So I try to educate people as much as possible. New construction, it can be tricky. So I really try to do that with every single person, regardless of their character defects or idiosyncrasies. I know that you meet with a lot of people, and I know that they can be difficult. But with that,
Realtors.
yes, I didn't want to say, but I'm going to say, anytime you're dealing with a human being, it can be difficult. But thank you for the opportunity. You'll receive some emails later on some current opportunities and other documents that I went over. And I appreciate the opportunity. Reach out to me anytime. Any questions? If you want to ask me a question after this, by all means. Thank you, guys.
I'll say that my clients just moved in November before Christmas, maybe December, and they're very happy, and Michael was great through the whole process.
I appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.